There was a monk named Chu, who had been good friends with a merchant named Zhong for many years. When Zhong passed away, Chu organized a grand funeral for him and performed months of fasting and reciting scriptures, hoping to help Zhong attain a better afterlife. One day, while Chu was in the market, he suddenly spotted Zhong in the crowd. He couldn't believe his eyes and quickly followed him. Indeed, it was Zhong. Chu, who hadn't eaten, was invited to a restaurant by Zhong. They were having their meal when Chu asked, "Aren't you supposed to be dead? How are you here?" Zhong replied, "Yes, I did die, but due to some minor sins, I couldn't find release. So, I've returned as a wandering spirit in the human world, making a living as a merchant. There are many ghosts like me on earth. They all make a living as vendors." As he spoke, Zhong pointed to various people on the street and said, that person, they're all ghosts. Can't you see it? Their eyes are red, their faces are grey, and their voices are hoarse." After a while, another monk passed by, and Zhong said, "This monk is also a ghost, a fake monk who scams people for money and faith." He stopped the monk and chatted with him for a long time. Later, they continued walking south and encountered a flower vendor. Zhong said, "These flowers this woman sells are bought and used by ghosts. Humans can't use them. These flowers are plucked from graves and still carry the blood and flesh of the deceased. Ghosts use these flowers to decorate their homes or give them to other ghosts they like." Zhong took out some money, bought a flower, and gave it to Chu, saying, "I carefully picked this flower for you. It's beautiful, right? Just hold it, and whenever someone smiles upon seeing this flower, they are a ghost. You'll be able to recognize them and not get fooled." After saying this, Zhong bid farewell to Chu, saying he had other matters to attend to, and left Chu to return to the monastery. The flower was red, beautiful, but quite heavy, as if it had a life of its own. Chu, feeling dazed, returned to the monastery. On the way, he noticed many people laughing upon seeing the flower, and some even commented, "Why is this monk carrying it with just one hand?" Chu didn't understand their words and didn't pay them any attention. When he reached the north gate of the monastery, he thought, "I've been playing around with ghosts and carrying ghostly things. This flower might possess some strange power. I can't keep it." He threw the flower into the water. Upon returning to the monastery, fellow monks noticed that Chu had an odd expression on his face and thought he might be possessed. They gave him herbal medicine, and after a while, he regained consciousness. He recounted the whole story to them. They went to see the flower, only to discover it was a human hand with nails and a ring on it. Chu was fine, but from that day on, he became more cautious about earthly matters.